Crabman here from Crabman Gaming, and today we are playing Cricket Captain 2020 once again, continuing with the Australia save. And today we are moving on to 3 one-day internationals against New Zealand. This is part 12. Part 13 will be 2 test matches against South Africa, and in the final video, part 14 of the Australia save, we'll see the 3rd test match against South Africa and 3 T20s versus New Zealand. If you watched yesterday, it was a thrilling finish to the one-day international series between Australia and India. India falling just 5 runs short in a classic encounter. So today we are facing the foes across the ditch. Australia versus New Zealand. I've only played New Zealand, I believe, the one time in the 2020 World Cup, and it was a rain-affected game. So let's get started. We're at home, so we'll make it a seamers wicket. New Zealand did actually play Australia. They were meant to play a 3-match one-day international series, and they got one of those games in before international cricket was shut down, but I'll talk about that more in a little bit. Let's have a look at the squad and see how they've gone this year. We've only played the 9 one-day internationals, so Khawaja's been in amongst the squad. I do want Carey in. Let's have a look. Everyone's gone okay. Labuschagne okay. Yeah, really looking for this 5th bowler. It's really been the problem. I might leave out Ashton Agar and see if I can find another all-rounder. Yeah, Zampa's probably been a little bit disappointing. Alright, let's have a look if I can find a bowling all-rounder to help the team out. Let's have a look at one-day form and current form. Not that they've played too many. Sean Marsh always does a great job. Let's have a look at wickets. Let's see if I can find a bowler. Michael Nisa always does a great job. Bowling average of 20. He might be in consideration. That's Jack Wildermuth. He's played a few. I think he's played a couple of one-dayers and a couple of T20s. Oh no, just a couple of T20s. That was over in Zimbabwe in that tri-series a few years ago. There's Lloyd Pope doing a good job. Coming through the ranks, Will Sutherland, James Faulkner. Look at that bowling average, not great. Do you know what? I'm going to go with Michael Nisa as the spare. He played, I think, 2 one-day internationals in England in that just before Warner and Smith returned. It was that unfortunate series where Australia got pasted for 481 against England, which I'm still trying to recover from. But that's okay. It happens in cricket. You just bounce back, come back another day, have a good time. That's what cricket's all about. If you got upset when your team lost, then you wouldn't watch for very long. Okay, we've got Carey as the keeper. We'll give him the keeping gloves in this 3-match series. Labuschagne. I'm going to try and find a spot for Darcy Short as well. Maybe this is a series to experiment a little bit with the players. I've been pretty rigid every time I try and experiment. It seems to go very badly. We'll give it to Stoinis fielding. Alright, playing the Kiwis. Don't know where we're playing just yet, but it's a 3-match series. All these have been 3-match series in this first year. Haven't really had any 5-match series so far. 4 tests against India, which was good. Let's make it a seamers pitch. Even though New Zealand have... Let's have a look at their team quickly, actually. Do they have any spinners? They've just got Mitch Santner, bowling average of 44. So I'm actually going to make it a spinner's pitch, which is a bit of a shame as I dropped Ashton Agar. But that's okay. Might get Darcy Short in, or Maxwell can bowl a little bit more. Alright, let's work from the top. Finch is the captain in the one-day format. Warner, Finch, Smith, Labuschagne. Carey's a bit high for me there. I kind of want Carey at 6 or 7. Still want to keep giving Stoinis a go, but I'd like to give Darcy Short a go as well. Stoinis has done okay. Probably for Nisa, to be fair to Nisa. Stoinis can bat. It's hard batting him at 7 because he's such a good batsman. Alright, let's bat him at 7. Stark, Cummins, Lyon. I want to really give Zampa another go. Zampa, Hazelwood. Even though Lyon did bowl really well. Yeah, let's give Zampa a go. It's all about giving people a go. Alright, that's the lineup. The New Zealand lineup, very, very strong batting. Martin Guptill opening the batting. The keeper, Tom Latham, opening as well. Kane Williamson, the captain, at 3. Ross Taylor, he's played in the Kiwi side for a long time, at 4. New and exciting batsman Glenn Phillips in at 5. He's played a few T20s around the world. I think he was playing in the Caribbean Premier League. Colin Munro, he plays everywhere. Jimmy Neesham, he's a good all-rounder for New Zealand. Bowls some good seam. Very handy, aggressive batsman. Mitch Santner, underrated in my opinion. Can hold the bat and bowls some off-spin. I think this is Kyle Jamieson, the very quick bowler, along with Tim Southey and Trent Boult, the Flamingo, to finish off. If you're not sure why it's called the Flamingo, have a look at some of his batting. We're going to set the score today. We'll do the highlights for the first 10. And then we'll go from there. So the last international cricket played was Australia versus New Zealand. I think it was in Sydney, but I could be wrong. And then I watched the first day of England-West Indies last night, and it was the first international cricket for about 117 days. So it's been nearly 4 months with no cricket, but we're back to a little bit of test cricket, and sadly most of the day's play was washed out, but West Indies look like they are up for a good challenge. Good to see Kemar Roach back bowling his very, very best. Had a few years out in the wilderness. He's come back really strong. And I think it was Shannon Gabriel taking a wicket in his first over. Alright, pretty solid start. We've got Southey and Trent Boult. So that'll look to be, we'll probably look to target Jimmy Neesham, who goes for a lot of runs. That economy is high, 6.4. Sanders is probably a bit lower bowling spin, but he doesn't take a lot of wickets. 35's okay for a spinner in one-day internationals. Must have had his first-class bowling average up there before when it was 44, I think it was. Solid start from the Australians, not gone too mad. There's Jameson. Yep, there he is. Oh, fast medium. I must be thinking of someone else. Lockie Ferguson is very fast. I think Jameson's very tall. I think he's about 6'6" or 6'7". Alright, let's just creep this up. Just push on. Run rate about 4. It's a little bit slow, but if you can keep wickets in hand, that can help you in the back half. Just 4.3. Finch about to get to his 50. He does. Haven't bowled the 5th bowler. I've seen this a few times in these one-dayers where they're just not bowling the 5th bowler until the 30th over, and then they're having to split that with somebody else. So Jimmy Neesham has not come into the attack yet as Warner passes 50. Warner's gone. I meant to put wickets on so you could see. Let's put wickets and chances in for one-dayers if it doesn't make it too long as a maiden. So still no sign of Jimmy Neesham. He might have to... Oh, that's gone. Sanders got Finch for 66. It's not what you want to lose your 2 experienced batsmen so close together. Is that 2 maidens in a row from Santner? Oh, it is indeed. It's a little bit of an easier way of checking it on the mobile version. Oh, here's my thoughts as well, just before I get too far into this video. I had a lot of people commenting saying they would like me to play as India next, which I absolutely will, so thank you for all those comments. However, just before I do the big India playthrough, I would like to... Here comes Neesham. I'm going to just play a one-off game, which is going to be... I've got a few ideas floating around. It's either going to be all-time India versus all-time England or Australia, so if you'd like that, you can pitch that, or current India versus a rest of the world 11. So just have a comment down which one you'd like. Would you like to see an all-time India one-off test or a current India against a rest of the world 11? That would be just pondering those ideas. Here comes Kane Williamson. Let's attack him. I'm going to turn the highlights off because they make me nervous. Still pretty slow from Australia. Just 4 and over. Alright, and they're going to have to bowl... Or Neesham can bowl 5 here. Williamson's bowled 2. It's Maxwell out. Yeah, so let me know what you would like me to do. And then I'll do a whole India season as well, which I'm really looking forward to playing that because the batting is just so strong. And I know there was a bit of discussion I had with a few people. Oh, there's Smith out. It's not a great score. About the fact that some of the Indian selections weren't great, so I can definitely pick the strongest Indian side around. Apologies if you hear some noise in the background. Oh, clean up Mitchell Starc. Mitchell Starc gone for 1. Good bowling from Trent Boult. This is not a great score, although in that last India game, kind of 240 was enough. We got Stoinis in with Pat Cummins. Well done, Paddy Cummins. I'm still annoyed that his set is very defensive because you really have to crank up his batting just to get anything out of him. There we go, lovely, played through the offside. Can we get to about 250? I'm just going for it. Stoinis 7 from 15. Playing for the red ink, playing for a not out. I don't know if you've heard that term before, but it's a common term where I'm from. It's called playing for red ink. It comes from the old-fashioned scoreboard when you would do the score in a kind of black pen, and then if a batsman was not out, you would write not out in a red pen. So it was probably ink back in the day, but then transferred over to the red pen in a traditional scorebook. So there comes the saying, you know, playing for red ink means playing for a not out to protect your average. All right, last 2 balls. Huge 6 from Paddy. Sends it over the rope past the 250 mark and probably gets out last ball because they always get out last ball. Never seem to get any runs off the last ball. Just seems always to be set to get out or miss. All right, going through the bowling. 4 for 66, Trent Boult. Everyone else chipping in with 1 in the 40. Some tidy bowling. 251. It's not the best score. Need some early wickets. How's the Big Bash going? It's Perth's team looking like bangers. Liam Livingstone, Timmy David, the Singapore International, Mitchie at 4, Josh Inglis, Turner. Jeez, falling down. Joe Richardson, Paris Kelly, tie. Interesting. Okay. Let's put chances on for the bowling. Let's get it full and straight for Mitchie Starc. Oh, inside edge? No, not quite. Nice tidy start from Starc. Got Cummins on. Kind of meant to start with Hazelwood. I always do, but the game always defaults to Starc and Cummins. So unless I change it, half the time I forget. There's a wicket for Starc. He got out the very, very dangerous. Martin Guptill has a one-day international. I think it's 238. This is 237 not out. Best score. Really struggles in tests, which I just really don't understand. He's played 50 of them for just 30. For a player of his quality, it's just really bizarre that he just can't bring it together in the test format. Although if I had a test batting average of 30, I'd be pretty happy with that. I'd be pretty happy with a local batting average of 30, to be honest, after last season. Okay, Kane Williamson gone. Bowled Mitchell Starc for just a few runs. Oh, he's gone the journey that over. Wickets are the key here for Australia. Good opening spell. We've got Josh Hazelwood, and I'm actually going to go with just a couple of overs of Stoinis so he doesn't have to bowl too much later. Try and squeeze 10 overs out between Stoinis and Maxwell, and that's really, I'd say, the weakness in this Aussie 11 is we need a really good 5th bowling option, and it's not really happening. There we go. Hazelwood's got Latham. Let's just get the field in for a little bit. In comes Zampa. He's not done very well this year. Had to replace him with Nathan Lyon on a few occasions. This is what we're looking for Zampa. Very tidy bowling. Let's get Maxwell in. Let's get him around the wicket. Let's dart it into leg stump. Let's just bowl straight, flat, fast. Ooh, gee, smashed. Alright, here's Zampa. New Zealand 3 down. That's a nice maiden. So, oh, gee. So, look, just their 4 overs already gone for 49. So, you don't really know what else you can do in this situation. Against India, what I did was just bowl the 4 frontline bowlers and leave them to the end. But let's give Labuschagne a little bowl. It's a shame because Zampa has bowled so well until then when he gets smashed. Alright, thanks for watching the series as well. I do appreciate all the comments that come flooding through as soon as a video is released. I do my best to reply to them all as soon as I can. And have a little flick through some of the other videos as well. Let's start cleaning up Glenn Phillips. He made a good 44. Ross Taylor's batting well for 40, 56. Yeah, there's a few interesting videos there as well. So I did mention yesterday the Facebook page, so you can search on Facebook Crabman Gaming. Got a little page there which I'll post some things on. There's Zampa with a wicket, well done. So you can check that out. Someone did comment about an Instagram or a Twitter, so I might be looking at setting those up over the next couple of weeks, just as this channel is growing. And I would like to apologise as well for the little rant yesterday about losing subscribers. As Zampa gets a wicket, got Jimmy Neesham. This game is right in the balance. I'll just go through that quickly as this game's progressing on. I have the YouTube Studio app, which I use a lot on my phone, and it tells me how many subscribers are on the channel. And I went to sleep just after I released the first India Test video, and I woke up, and then it said I'd lost 24 subscribers, and so it was a little bit like, that's interesting, lost 24 in one night. Really, really strange. And then someone said to me, you haven't lost any subscribers. So I checked the actual channel page, and yeah, I was on the same subscribers as before. And now the Studio app is even stranger, because now it says I'm down to 350 subscribers, which I'm not. So yeah, apologies for feeling a little bit upset that I thought I'd lost quite a few of you, which I haven't, but it's just the app went really, really weird, which I'm not really sure why. It still hasn't been fixed. So someone else had posted, someone else, but I think Gaming with Hardik posted that his subscriber numbers say they're down as well, but when he checks his page, it's the same. That wasn't a good over. So 6 for 184, equal with the Duckworth Lewis Stern, 68 off. How many overs? 13 left. Now we've got to worry about this next bowler, but we might just go Cummins and Hazelwood and then worry about it after. See if we can win it with your strike bowlers. May as well leave nothing in the table. And I have noticed in this game as well that teams are getting out in the 45th over, so you can almost write off your last 5 overs. It's not really going deep. Haven't seen many games go too deep. Maybe that's just me. Catch. Oh, gee, just 29. Ross Taylor's moving close to the ton. See, Mitch Santner, he is a very, very handy number 8 batsman. It's the kind of number 8 batsman you want down there. Oh, that would have been handy to run out Ross Taylor. Oh, we're behind. We're a long way behind. Come on, Cummins. Oh, dear. 13 needed. All right, let's just go with Stoinis. Oh, no. 12 needed from 24 balls. I've just got to put a little bit of pressure on. Come on, Hazelwood. Oh, there's an edge. It's just not gone our way today. Ross Taylor hits a magnificent 100. I'll show you. Here it is, straight down the ground. Just 5 to win. This should be probably a 4. I was missed 1. I should have brought the field up, but doesn't really matter. I've played that down to fine leg. New Zealand win the first match. Bit of an upset in my opinion. Ross Taylor and Mitch Santner, beautiful partnership of, let's have a look how much it was. 91 for the 7th wicket. Gee, that's not great at all. Adelaide sneak home against Perth. Let's have a look at the Adelaide lineup. Oh, Cam White's still playing. Head short, Lehman, Jackie Lehman, Harry Nielsen, Cam Valente used to play for Scorchers, Wes Agar, brother of Ashton, Big Billy Stanlake, Peter Siddle. Wasn't enough to get them home. So now we need to win. Let's look at the world ratings. Oh, New Zealand are 6th. Australia 3rd. Yeah, let's have a look at the records. I haven't really looked at this screen very much. So this is Test. So at home, obviously very strong. Australia only really lost that 1 to India that I played, and then South Africa back in 2016. And away, they've been pretty average. One day, as let's see, home series to New Zealand. Yeah, blitz them 3-0. So we do need to get back and win this series. I'm going to change it from, I'm going to go with Seamer's pitch. That didn't really help having the spinner's pitch. Okay. Zampa did well. I know this is only one game, but I think I'm going to have to swap out Stoinis. I don't really want to swap him out for Nisa because that's... Yeah, it's tough. It's really tough. The batting wasn't great. You almost need to get the batting better. Stoinis for a batsman and just bowl Maxwell 10. Let's go Stoinis for short. And then we can go Darcy Short at... yeah, I like Maxwell at 6. I'm going to go Maxwell at 6. I'll go Short at 5. Let's see if that will help. It kind of deepens the batting, and you can kind of mix this bowling between Maxwell and Short. Maxwell's just going to have to bowl. That's just the way it is. All right, let's go tails this time. Let's send the Kiwis in. Looks like the same line. Oh, Mark Chapman comes in. He used to play for Hong Kong as well before he played for the Kiwis, before he played for New Zealand. Otherwise, it looks the same. Who did he come in for? I've forgotten. All right, let's bowl first. And we have brought in Short for Stoinis. Let's get the highlights on. Yeah, so again, let me know if you want to see the all-time India game or if you want to see India versus the rest of the world. I had a little play around with that on 19 on my phone because I'm still waiting for Android to be released in Australia or around the world. At the moment, it's just iOS and obviously on the PC. So it should be released in the next week. But I'm enjoying playing it on the PC. I've actually enjoyed playing it back on here after a few years on my phone. It's been quite interesting just seeing how different the layout is and just using the mouse again. It's almost hard going back to play it on my phone. I've got so used to playing it on my phone. I was good at that, and then it was weird coming back to the PC, and now it's weird if I play a little bit of 19 on my phone just to try a few things out. Alright, Hazelwood to Zampa. Come on, Zampa. The Kiwis, stern challenge. They did beat us in the World T20, so it was the rain-shortened game, but they did beat us and cost us a spot in the semi-finals. That was pretty disappointing. We also had a washout against Scotland, so nothing really went right for Australia in that tournament. We started off with an absolutely shocking game against Pakistan. Oh, that's plum. Zampa's got Williamson. Just need to chip away. I might get Maxwell in. Oh, I might just keep him over the wicket this time. Did get a wicket against the Kiwis in the 2015 World Cup. Might have even got Martin Guptill out. I can't remember exactly, but he did get a wicket. Did bowl his full 10 overs, if I recall, in that 2015 World Cup at the MCG, Australia versus New Zealand. There's a snick behind, so there's a wicket. Martin Guptill gone. Glenn Maxwell, yeah, not the best bowling average, but you tend to not worry too much about the average. If you're the fifth bowler, really economy rate is what you are looking for. You want to see if you can get through your 10 overs for about 50 runs, and if you can get a wicket, it is a bonus because you are bowling, that's gone, in the middle section where you're just trying to keep runs down, and then your strike bowlers will come and get some wickets. So this is already 3 for Zampa. This is a much better performance from Australia. There's a maiden from Maxwell. Might not even get Darcy Short on at all. Whoops. Don't know what happened there. I managed to click twice very quickly. Alright, as he's got 7, I'm just going to bowl 1 from Short. And then that way Maxwell can bowl 1 or 2 more. And then we can just go back to our quicks. Don't think he has a one-day wicket. He doesn't domestically. Yeah, just 19 wickets from 46 games. So he's more of a batsman in the one-day format. And bowls a little bit in T20 cricket. Has taken a 5 for the Hurricanes. That's pretty tidy. I'll take 2. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. And that is the 5th bowler bowled out. And let's go Stark. Let's just rotate these 3 bowlers around for the final 10. Or final 15 is what I mean. They are pushing off to a good score. Another 50. Well, he didn't get 50 last game, but another good score from Glenn Phillips. Alright, let's rotate this around. Pitched outside leg. Let's get Cummins on. Whoops, I meant to take Stark off. Put Hazelwood on. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Alright, Cummins. Yeah, let's do 4 each and then Stark can bowl the last over. Oops, I didn't bowl him at all. Now looking good. Glenn Phillips, does he have a one-day 100? I'm not sure he does. He doesn't. 85 is his best. That's what he's on currently. Mark Chapman. Having a live a bat. Okay, Cummins. See, this is what can happen at the end. You can go for a lot of runs. In comes Jimmy Neesham. Could be run out. This too. Highlights generally always run out. It is. That's gone. Glenn Phillips run out. I think he made 100 though. Oh, 109. Yeah, he definitely got more than 100. 109 for Glenn Phillips. Mitch Santner in. Can Australia close it out? Hazelwood has been smashed all over the park. Come on, Paddy. New Zealand are pretty good in this game. They did make the finals of the 2019 World Cup, which I'm sure you all know, in pretty much the greatest one-day international of all time, which finally eclipsed Australia versus South Africa in the 99 World Cup semi-final, which was the infamous tie. So we've got another tie for the greatest game ever, and boundary countback for the Australia-South Africa game. They finished on, I think it was 213 each, and Australia went through because they were bowled out in 49.1 overs, and their run rate was technically higher. So back in 99 it went on run rate, so Australia were actually rewarded for being bowled out early. So if Australia had made 213 off the full 50 overs, South Africa would have gone through because their run rate would have been higher. As soon as they got to 213, they would have won unless they'd faced the full 50 overs. So yeah, just some weird quirks over time with, with rain, with rules. They definitely get rid of the boundary countback rule and just play infinite super overs really until you have a winner. I think that would have been the fairest result. Imagine having a second super over. That would have been great. I don't mind that's run out again. Santner's gone. I don't mind if it's like a domestic competition, let's say the Big Bash, and you play and you have a super over and it's tied and you share the points. That's okay. But if it's a semi-final, if it's a final, you should definitely just play unlimited super overs until you get a winner. I think that's the fairest way. No boundary countback. Rubbish. All right, let's Trent Bolt in. Let's just fire it in full at Bolty. He's hit a 6 though, and he's been bowled. So New Zealand all out with 1 ball remaining, 299 or 49.5. Glenn Phillips was the star with 109, 68 for Guptill. Very handy support. Australia, really, Zampa and Maxwell did a great job of bowling 18 overs for 87, taking 4 wickets, and the pace bowlers did go for a few runs, 2 for Cummins, 2 for Hazelwood, but he was very expensive. So a run a ball for Australia to get back in the series. It's going to be pretty disappointing if we go down 2-0. Not going to leave us much to play for in the third match. Oh no, there's Finch gone. We really need to dig deep against New Zealand. Got the silver fern there, the emblem on their jersey, and the lovely teal. Black and teal outfit, which I do enjoy. Alright, come on Steve Smith. This is set up for a Steve Smith master innings today. I'm backing him in for 100, although as soon as I say that, I know that's Warner, but he tends to get out. Get through to the 10th over. Want to be a little bit more aggressive. Come on Steve Smith, it's your day. It's absolutely going to be your day. We are behind already. Let's just get to 15. Oh, Lapascugny, what was he doing? All right, Darcy Short. He's going to... I was going to say he's going to have to play an aggressive innings today, and he gets out first ball. All right. It's going to be Smith and Maxwell. They've got a lot of work to do. Maxwell, look how far we are behind this DLS, 100 runs. Still haven't seen much rain apart from the T20 World Cup. All right, Carey's in. Well, I told you it might be Smith. He might get 100 in a losing cause. Oh, it's 8 and over. It's so bad. It is so bad. All right, that's a good start. Smith's piled on. 8.6. So what you're aiming to do, what I'm aiming to do is I've looked at the 30 over score. I'm not halfway, but I'm going to look at how many can I chase off the last 10. And I would say if I can get this to around 90 to 100, I'm still in with a chance. Anything over 100, I think 5 down is going to be a real challenge. So let's just see if we can get this to under 100 in the next 10 overs and be in with a shot. It doesn't help when Smith gets out and you've got Stark and they're gone, and that's pretty much the game in the series. So yeah, I've had a bit of a shocker today playing New Zealand. Oh, there's not much we're going to do here. I just play through to the end. Been smashed by 121 runs. This has been a disaster from Australia. Such a strong showing against New Zealand in the Test series, and then, oh dear, we have had a shocker, it's why I like this game as well. It is boring if it's just you win every single game. So really we've got to have a bit of a rethink. Let's just go with a batsman's pitch because, yeah, it didn't help having a seamer's pitch. Let's swap everybody out. Let's get people in for this last one. We'll play it a little bit more quickly as there's not too much to play for. I'm going to just take Labuschagne out. And just to be a bit different, I'm just going to open with Khawaja. I mean, why not? Let's mix it around. Short didn't really get much of a go. Actually, do you know what? Let's open with Khawaja and Short. And Finch can bat. Finch can just bat 5. And Maxwell, he's done okay. Let's get Nisa in for Hazelwood because he hasn't done particularly well. Let's get Line in for Zampa. And yeah, do you know what? Stoinis can just come in for Maxwell. Why not? Carey. Let's get Carey at 3. Let's go Khawaja Short. Let's get Short. Short Khawaja, Carey, Smith, Warner. Finch just going to bat 6. Let's go with that. Let's swap it up a bit. Why not? Let's open with Nisa and Stark. Let's try and bat. New Zealand have moved Glenn Phillips up to the top after a couple of good innings. Williamson, Taylor Munro, Chapman, Neesham, Santner, Jameson, Bolt. They must have just shuffled him up. Or maybe they moved Tom Latham out. Yeah, he was keeping. That's what happened before. They brought Mike Chapman in and Tom Latham came out. All right, we are going to bat. And I'll just put highlights for the first 5. Let's be pretty aggressive. Why not? Sometimes you can have the most fun in these games where it doesn't really matter. There's Darcy Short with a 6 first ball. And an edge. Let's just have fun in this game. Very disappointing from the Australians. I'm not impressed with how they've batted in this series. The bowling's been okay, but the batting has been very poor. Very poor against the neighbours. Australians do not like losing to New Zealand or England. Or pretty much anyone, really, but... Oh, hang on. What happened there? That looked well outside the line. That is rough on Darcy Short. Where did that pitch? Yeah, outside the line. Yes, thank you very much. Get the DRS going. Not pleased at all. What a terrible decision. All right, Carey can have a chance here at the start. Khawaja's a very good batsman, just struggle to get him in the team. Really, Labuschagne's taken his place in Test and one-day cricket. Oh, Khawaja's gone. All right, Steve Smith today. Oh, he's gone as well. Gee, let's just throw in the towel. Warner's having a bat at 5. All right, here we go. Here's some runs. Bat to 25, and we'll up the aggression. Let's really go for it. 50s for Carey and Warner. Can Carey get 100? Oh, Carey gets 71. Still a lot of this innings to go. About 5 and over. Interesting if Warner gets 100 from the middle order. We'll bat show you the last 5. Oh, I'll turn it on now because Warner's near his 100. 96 for Warner now. Big 6 from Finch. Maybe just a bit more freedom coming in down the order. It's Plum. Stoinis. Big four first ball. Here's Warner, 96. Is that his 100? It's in the gap. It is. 100 for Davey Warner. Very strangely from number 5. Raised the bat. Wish he'd done that in the first 2 games instead of making... Oh, he made 50 and 8. Yeah, his form lately has been average. It is 20th one-day international 100. All right, come on, Stoinis. We've got 5 overs to go. Can we get over the 300 mark? Warner with a 4. So probably when we play our best cricket, we'll probably bowl New Zealand out for 100. All right, let's go all-out aggression, which always seems to equal getting straight out. Oh, it's dropped it. Never seems to equal lots of runs. Just 6 from the over. Oh, there's 10 from the over. That's okay. 2 to go. Push over 300. Huge 6 from Warner. Smashes that out of the park. I don't even know what ground we're playing at. Another 4. Very exciting at the end. Another 4. Really batting well. Maybe this is a new spot for him, batting at 5. Retains the strike. Big 127. Kane Williamson bowling the last over. Oh, he's been swept for 6. Over fine legs head. Yes, Stoinis. That's what you get for bowling your spinner in the last over. Beautiful 4. Yes, a few weeks ago, I did have the unfortunate privilege of bowling the final over in a T20. Bowling off spin last, and yes, I did get hit for 20 runs. So, not my speciality, bowling at the death. But that's an awesome last over. 22 runs, just the 1 over from Williamson. And Australia have saved their best for last. 71 from Carey. 138 not out for Warner, batting at 5. Handy 28 from Stoinis. This is what I want him to do every game. 44 from Finch. Alright, let's just turn the highlights off. Get through quick. Hopefully get at least 1 win on the board. I'll be pretty upset if New Zealand chase this down. Guptill's got stuck. Stay tuned for tomorrow, though, because there's 2 really exciting test matches against South Africa. And it'd be interesting to see who they've got to pick from as well. They've lost a lot of players to the Colpack system in England over the last few years. Simon Harmer, the spinner. Probably my favourite South African bowler outside of Rabada. They lost, I think he's called Duane Olivier. Who has a test average of under 20 and then left to go live in England, which is just a real shame for South African cricket. They've just lost so many good players. Riley Rousseau as well, who's a very handy one-day cricketer, who they've lost. And interestingly, I hope you find it interesting, you may remember the South African bowler Rusty Theron. I think it was like Juan Theron or Rusty Theron, who now plays for the United States of America, along with Australian pace bowler Cameron Gannon, who's just transferred to Western Australia for the domestic season. So a couple of random internationals for the United States of America. Hopefully they can start putting forward a competitive side. Although I did think they got bowled out for about 32 against, I want to say, Nepal a few months ago. So maybe they haven't quite improved as much as people have hoped. Now, I'm really worried that New Zealand are cruising to this target. They still need 6 and over, but I am worried. Oh, there's run out, Kane Williamson, that'll help. Still 128 needed. Oh, there's another wicket. Colin Munro, he's out. He can play for the Strikers for a bit. I'm not going to worry about this 5th bowler. I'm just going to bowl all my best bowlers. See if we can get the job done. There we go. If you can hear that, it's just a dog going past as well. Very loud. Interrupting my video. Ross Taylor gone for 99. Oh, that'd be the worst feeling. Bowled. 99 runs. Okay, Lion. Let's just go with these. I've got 91 runs. 4 wickets to go. Let's get Michael Neser on. He's bowled very tidily. There's a wicket. Good old Australia saving the best till last. 73 from the last 10, but just 3 wickets left. We might need to get Stoinis on for an over here. That's a very tidy over. Let's go with Paddy Cummins. Come on, Pat. Is that run out? Oh no, safely back, safely back. 49 needed, 3 wickets, 6 overs. It's all happening here. The tension, the drama, the buzz, the atmosphere. Was that a stick? Oh, Carey didn't go for it. He just stood there. Oh no, 38. I'm starting to get nervous. You got Jimmy Neesham. He's a very good batsman. Okay, Stoinis got to keep bowling. Oh, he's been smashed everywhere. Oh, Australia. Just when I thought you were going to win. Oh, this is bad. Got no one else to bowl. Catch it in the deep. Oh, it's gone over his head. Oh, dear. Got no one to bowl. Oh, Darcy Short to bowl. Oh, this has been so bad. Australia going to lose 3-0. 7 to win. Just got to bring the field up. Just have to. No choice. No choice. I can't believe we've lost this game. That is absolutely shocking. Oh, another late innings partnership. Kyle Jamieson does have a first-class 100. That is so bad. We've lost 3-0, so thanks for joining in today. Australia hopefully getting back on the right track in the Test match series. Again, let me know what you want to see in between the Big India save. If you want to see all-time India or if you want to see current India. Sorry, I meant to go back to that and show you what happened. It wasn't pretty. Can I go back to... Used to be able to see the stats. I don't know where I seem to have lost... I seem to have lost that screen where you can see the series stats. Used to be able to go back to it. I don't know what I've done, but let's do it this way. At the end, we have lost 3-0, which is just appalling. Batting, Warner, yeah, got that 100 in the last game. And then really, Smith chipped in and everyone else, yeah, not amazing. Wickets-wise, Stark was good. Zampa was good. I didn't pick him in the first game, but came through well in the second two. Or maybe I played line in that last one. Yeah, I did. But it didn't matter. And New Zealand, they were very good. Ross Taylor, 200 runs. Glenn Phillips, 173 runs, moved him to the top. And then wickets, they all kind of chipped in, even though Bolt was expensive. Southie here, very tidy. Jimmy Neesham, no wickets, and they still won 3-0. So, thank you for watching. Lost one of the very few series I've actually lost so far, but that's the way it goes. The next series tomorrow is 2 tests against South Africa. Hope you enjoy it. Have a wonderful day. Check out some of the other videos, and see you tomorrow.